These are my favorite videos to make. A new product launch from Remedy introducing the Derm Dissolve Cleansing Balm. What's up everyone, we're back. I'm Dr. Shah. And I'm Dr. Maxfield. And welcome back to our channel, Doctorly, where we talk about all things skincare and dermatology. I wish that Dr. Maxfield was here today because he loves cleansing balms and he loves this product. I'll do a cut-in of him.
My skincare obsession, cleansing balms. And Remedy just dropped a new one. This is my absolute favorite. And so here's why this is so important to me. I'm outside all the time. I wear sunscreen all the time. Maybe you're wearing makeup all the time. And I just cannot stand having to double cleanse or scrub to get it off of my skin. So a good cleansing balm should do this. It should remove the oil-based product. It should also melt into your skin. And it should also leave your skin feeling hydrated, but not oily. So shout out to Remedy. You're my new favorite. Job well done.
But he loves cleansing balms, but unfortunately he's in Indonesia for the second time this year, so he couldn't join us for this video. I have so much to say about this product. First, I love it. I think all of you are gonna love it, but so many things went wrong when we were launching this product that I didn't even know if we were gonna be able to launch it. We also have a special offer for all of you, which we always do on launch day, but you'll get a free gift with purchase, which I think a lot of you are going to love. And we're gonna talk about why we created this formula, how all of you actually played a role in creating this formula. And we're also gonna tell you how it's more advanced than other formulas on the market. So all things Derm Dissolve Cleansing Balm, here we go. I don't even know how to make videos without Dr. Maxfield anymore, but we'll see how we do here. I love a cleansing balm. I've been using one every day for several years now. It's my preferred way to remove sunscreen, and it's my wife's preferred way to remove makeup. Now there's lots of cleansing balms on the market, and so we wanted to create one for Remedy. We wanted to solve a lot of the issues that many of you had with cleansing balms. So we did a poll of our audience. We got over 100,000 responses, which is actually pretty absurd because if you look at most surveys, they maximum 1,000 people in a survey, usually 100 people, but 100,000 people. And we asked them, if you use a cleansing balm or a cleansing oil to remove makeup and sunscreen as the first step in your skincare routine, what are your main issues with this step? And we got a myriad of responses, but I'll tell you what the top three were. First, it didn't effectively remove makeup. And specifically, people complained about it not being able to remove waterproof mascara. So we figured when creating this balm, we had to be able to solve this problem. The second problem was that it either irritated the skin or it clogged their pores and was oily and left a residue behind. And then the third issue that people had was it actually burned or irritated their eyes. And so those are the top three issues that we were trying to solve with this product. And then another issue that people had was that they always would lose the spatula, or they hated sticking their finger in it because it would always have makeup on it. And so I'll tell you how we solved all of those issues, but this is how we formulated it with this in mind. With our products, we always try to create advanced formulas, but we also try to create things that are differentiated than what's currently on the market. So first up, let's talk about the packaging. This comes in a shredder technology. You may have seen this from some of the South Korean skincare brands that are out there. I believe we're the first US brand that has this technology. But instead of sticking your finger in your cleansing balm or sticking a spatula in your cleansing balm that always gets lost, we have this shredding technology. And basically what you do is you twist it and it actually dispenses it kind of like a pencil sharpener. And then that way you can just swipe, and then you can use a little bit in your hands, emulsify on dry skin so that it really breaks up your makeup and your sunscreen, and then rinse with water. It goes from a balm to a oil to a milk, and then everything rinses off with it. Now, this could be your only cleanse, but you can also follow it with another water-based cleanser afterwards, which we call double cleansing. We have a whole video on double cleansing, so you can check that out. But this comes in a unique shredding technology, which I think a lot of you are gonna like, and it's really fun to look at. Next, let's talk about the formula. So we have ceramides, we have safflower lipids, which is one of the best lipids for the skin. They've done several studies on this. It's extremely high in linoleic acid compared to oleic acid, which is what you want to look for in your oils. We also have Centella asiatica, which is calming and soothing. We have turmeric, which is actually in every single product that we have. That's a little bit of an Easter egg there for you. And we also have green tea extract. Of course, it's fragrance free. Of course, it has been formulated with sensitive skin in mind, like all of our products. This was also accepted by the National Eczema Association. This may be the only cleansing balm that's been accepted by the National Eczema Association, so this is safe for sensitive Eczema Pro Skin. Now, on all our formulas, we do clinical testing and dermatology testing, but because a lot of people complained about eye irritation, we actually did ophthalmology testing on this formula, and this is not irritating to the eyes, especially when you're emulsifying that really waterproof makeup. But in the end, the best thing about this formula is its performance. With cleansing balm and cleansing oils, the thing that we heard time and time again is that it simply just needs to work. And so this literally melts everything. It's incredibly effective, and it's a very luxurious experience, especially at the price point that Remedy generally comes in at. So I think a lot of you will just love the experience of using this cleansing balm, especially if you've used other cleansing balms in the past. Now, let me tell you the story about how everything went wrong with this launch. Now, stabilizing and finalizing a formula always takes the most amount of time, but that was approved over a year ago. So we've had this formula in hand. We're really excited to produce it. We get this unique packaging, and initially we do a lab batch, and that's the one that I approve. And then it goes on to a production, a larger batch that goes into stability that had passed all of the stability. And then what we do is a pilot batch, which is basically a small run of products just to make sure that the packaging is working with the formula. Now we do the pilot batch, and I receive a few of the products because I test every single product that arrives. And I noticed the shredding mechanism wasn't working on one of them. And then the pump, the entire mechanism was broken on another one. And I'd only received 5 products, which made me really nervous that 2 out of 5 were broken. And so I felt like that was completely unacceptable. And I actually feel very strongly about this, that a lot of times with so many skincare brands that are out there, you really only get one chance with a customer to make it right. Now, we have a 60-day money-back guarantee, but even then, people vote with their money, they vote with their time, and if they give Remedy a chance, I want them to always have the best experience possible. Not everyone's gonna like everything, and not everything is gonna work for everybody, but at least on our end, we have to do the best possible job. And so I'm like, this is completely unacceptable. 2 failures is completely unacceptable. And so we had them actually pull every product off the line and test each product individually. And the manufacturer that we use to manufacture our final formulas didn't have the capabilities to test every single one. They usually only test every 30 minutes. And so we actually had to ship them from New Jersey to North Carolina to test every shredding mechanism. And what they found was about 8% of the mechanisms were broken, which is incredibly high for packaging failure. It should always be less than 1%. And for us, we try to get as close to 0 as possible. 8% is absolutely insane. So they fix everything, and I think we're in the clear, which, by the way, I wouldn't even have known how to fix this if it wasn't for my team being very experienced and helping me out. And they helped facilitate this whole process. I'm thrilled, very grateful for the team. And it's meant to be shipping back from North Carolina to New Jersey so that we can finish the production run. And I get a call that the truck carrying the products, the first batch, got in an accident. Now, the driver ended up being okay, thankfully, but it meant it delayed the launch, and a lot of our products ended up getting destroyed. And hopefully we'll be able to recover some of them, but we may have to scrap all of those. So a lot went wrong, and a lot goes wrong when launching a brand, but we finally have the products. I think all of you are gonna love these products, and I can't wait for you to try them. Now, as far as a special offer, we've lowered our free shipping threshold. We also have a gift with purchase with our double cleanse routine, so check that out. I think a lot of you are gonna love it. These are the soft, luxurious cleansing towels that we always talk about, and they'll come free with your purchase for a limited time. Look, it says Remedy for Clean Skin Cub, custom boxes. And it's got a little picture of me on the back. I don't know, I'm overly excited about these for some reason, probably more excited than anybody on the team. But with the double cleansing bundle, you'll be able to get these for free. Now, there's a lot of news going on today, just in the news, headlines, elections just happened. And a quote kind of stood out to me today that just made me feel very grateful for all of you. So I wanted to share it with all of you. And it was essentially that businesses don't create jobs. We actually have a growing team with Remedy, and founders don't create jobs. It's the customers that actually create the jobs. So if you guys didn't support Remedy by purchasing Remedy and repurchasing Remedy and sharing it with your friends and families, we wouldn't be able to grow this business, and we wouldn't be able to hire more people. And so in the end, this business only exists because of all of you. And I'm just super grateful for all this continued support. We have a really, really, really big launch coming at the end of this year, and I can't wait for you all to see it. Remedy is is gaining some distribution, let's say. So I look forward to sharing all of that with you at the end of the year. And we also have another few more launches this year, believe it or not, all of which are very differentiated and all of which I think you're going to love. So thank you all so much for the support. We'll see you all in the next video. Hopefully Dr. Maxwell will be here. And thank you so much.